Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited because today is episode 1 of our Black Men Speak series, and my first guest is my fiance, my man, Reggie. Yay! Thanks for coming on, babe.
What's up, YouTube? Of course.
I'm excited. Okay, so basically how this is gonna go is I'm just gonna ask him a couple of questions. He's gonna share his thoughts, and then we'll just go from there. So, question number 1 is, who is Reggie Jones? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Ooh, who is Reggie Jones? First, I want to say I'm so proud of you for doing this.
Thank you.
And I know you just hit 100 plus subscribers.
Woo woo.
So, which is big. So, shout out to the ones who got her to 100.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. We love you guys.
The next goal is 1 million. So.
Hey, I like the sound of that.
Nah, who is Reggie Jones? So Reggie, so I'm originally born in Philly, and I was raised there.
Philly.
And I moved here when I was a young teenager, and was pretty much adopted by Raleigh, North Carolina. So I have a ton of friends here. And no family, barely any family here besides my mom and my sisters. Right now, I'm currently in real estate, so I'm a real estate professional in the Triangle area. I also have an organization called Evolve and Evolve Men, where we're really focusing on just kind of building men up. So discovering, who we are as men, developing, and experiencing the best version of ourselves. So other than that, I'm just out here, just living my purpose and trying to be the best fiance possible. So
He is the best. Okay, wait, did you tell people how old you are? I mean, I don't know if that matters.
Oh, I didn't know that mattered. Well, I'm 26.
Yeah,
so
we're like 2
yeah,
years
so I'm an old head, unfortunately.
He's not that old. But yeah. That's good. Thanks for sharing that.
Of course.
I love that you're from Philly, because it's funny because we always talk about how, like, if he never came here to Raleigh, like, we literally never would have met each other.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
I know.
It's weird.
And I feel like people see you a lot more. You're more in the limelight, and you're better on camera than me. I'm like, I kind of rather be behind the scenes. So
yeah, maybe
you'll get to know me a little bit more.
Yeah, he's my photographer, my videographer. He's always
Security
behind. Security guard. I'm so weak. Okay, so the second question is, what is one experience you've had with racism in your own life, and how has that experience fueled your desire for change in our country?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I've had multiple experiences as far as dealing with racism directly. But one incident that comes to mind that was kind of like the wake-up call.
And mind you, I don't even think I know this story, so this will be
Yeah, you don't. I don't think I told you this story.
Yeah.
So I had to try to figure out, okay, which one should I talk about? But there's one specific incident that comes to mind for me when I was actually in Philly. So I went back to visit. This was after I moved from there, and I was there to visit. And it was late at night. It was probably like, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And I just so happened to be with some friends. And we were just walking down the block or whatever. I think we were getting food actually. And out of nowhere, cop car pulls up, like cops jump out, and they was in the Tahoe. They jump out and they're like, all right, everyone, like, everyone turn around and put your hands up on the wall pretty much. So I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? And mind you, it's 5 of us, we're all black. And the cops just so happen to be, white cops. So I'm like curious as to what's going on. Like, yo, like, did anybody around me do something wrong? Like, is there something y'all not telling me? So of course, one of my buddies, he started getting real hype, and I'm like, yo, relax, because you just never know. They can get real antsy and try to off you, or you just never know. So they were asking us questions and saying that they was looking for someone or whatever, which I didn't really believe, but they searched us like one by one, and they started cracking jokes on us. So like one of my buddies, he had like braids or whatever, and they was laughing at his braids, like, like, yo, like you think that's cool, like, and coming at us crazy. And I felt like they was trying to antagonize us in a way, like trying to get us to do something or react.
Yeah.
But I just kept telling my guys, like, yo, don't do anything crazy. Just go along with whatever they asking you to do. Because at that night, I really didn't want to see, one of my friends, getting shot or getting hurt or whatever, or beat up, because it happens.
Yeah.
I know it does.
Yeah.
So, fortunately though, like nobody got hurt. But like I said, I think we all was just angry after that, because we felt like we was just really like picked on, taken advantage of, because they knew like we couldn't do anything back.
Right.
So, and we talked about it that night, and it was just a crazy situation. And that was the moment that really like woke me up, like, yo, there's some real serious issues, and you don't realize it until you're actually a part of the situation.
Right.
That actually happens. And I think after that, I was just like, yo, like there's a lot that needs to be worked on in this country.
Yeah.
In the police force. Yeah. Just amongst races in general. So that was an incident for me that really just, hit home and kind of woke me up.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the main reasons why I decided to like put one of those questions in there is because I feel like as Black men, you guys sometimes don't really have a voice. I mean, even me as a Black woman, I don't always have a voice either. And so I feel like it's super important to highlight those, unfortunately, bad experiences.
Yeah.
But also to say, okay, yes, I had those bad experiences, but hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Like, you're currently trying to build up Evolve and bring more men on so that, any person of color, but also outside of that, you just want to build them up and say, hey, like, even if the system doesn't value you, even if other people don't value you, I value you and God values you.
Right, absolutely.
This is what we can do.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think like I mean, a lot of people can see what's going on and be like, I hate that this is what's going on. I hate racism. And then just sit back, you feel me, and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
But I think, like for myself, and I'm seeing, which is like why I'm really, even though there's certain things that is tough to swallow, like certain pills that's tough to swallow, that triggered what's going on right now, I think I'm seeing a lot of changes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people actually take action and speak up more on both sides.
Yeah.
So, which I think is great. But I think I took that situation, and even right now, like I just want to be one who has an impact and also takes part in bringing, change. In our community, especially as Black men, and just in general, just across the board.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot. We still have a long way to go, but I think there's a lot of progress being made.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. That was a really good story. I feel like it, even though it's like hard to hear, it always humbles me hearing the stories of other people. Because it reminds me to treat others the way I want to be treated and treat others with love, because you never want to make anyone feel like the way those cops made you guys feel. So anyway, thanks for sharing that.
Of course.
Okay, the last question is, what is one piece of advice you would give to a non-person of color as they're on their journey to be anti-racist?
That's good. Well, first of all, like, I really appreciate the ones who are not of color, who are actually speaking up. Yeah. Because that's huge. Like, that's something that I feel like we haven't been seeing, especially at this level. Like, we haven't been seeing it much. Yeah. But I've really been able to see as of late that more and more people that are not of color are speaking up about it. And not being ashamed to do it. Right. So I think that's where it starts. Actually, where I think it starts is first recognizing and doing a self-check. Yeah. Like, so self-checking yourself, like, is there any part of me that has any type of racism there, even if it's a small drop? Yeah. And self-checking yourself. Yeah. Like, and racism is not always, I hate Black people, or you're beneath me. Like, it doesn't always work that way. But even if you look at someone in some type of prejudiced way, or, like, even if you feel like, oh, well, I didn't necessarily have anything to do with slavery or outwardly, being racist to someone. So it has nothing to do with me. So I'm not going to say anything. Like, no, you're just as much a part of the issue, as anyone else.
Yeah.
So I think first it starts with self-checking yourself.
Right.
And then second, it goes with, I think the next step is speaking up about it and reaching out to your friends who are of color and, letting them know like, hey, like, I'm sorry, like, I apologize. Even if you didn't directly do anything to be racist towards that person, like, be like, hey, just come from a place of trying to be understanding.
Yeah.
It's not a time for you to try to be like, hey, well, this is how I feel. This is how, you should protest. Like, no, like, scratch that, because it's a sensitive issue and moment that you really didn't have to experience.
Yeah.
And you won't understand unless you're in that person's shoes.
Right.
So you have to be willing to step in someone's shoes in order to come from a place of understanding.
Right.
And I think that's where, like, I think that's the second step, and I think that would be a good start for people that are not of color.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I hope this was really encouraging to you guys. And comment down below if you know me personally and know of anyone who would love to be a part of this. Like, I would love to interview them.
This is really good, yeah.
Because I think it's really necessary and it's really good.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know, if you're loving this, if you want to see more. Let me know in the comments below. But thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.